Throughout this episode, I'll be addressing the narcissist as if I'm talking to them. So just be aware that I'll be talking to the narcissist mostly, not you as the victim. I'll be talking more about you through talking to them. Hi, I am Danish, a narcissistic abuse recovery professional. In this episode, we're going to talk about the evil nature of a narcissist. 5 things they do that are purely and inherently evil. I know I'm not supposed to associate the word evil with narcissist because science is, but no, my views are entirely different on this. Personality disorder or not, the impact they have on the victims is devastating and extremely destructive that no scientific or spiritual explanation can justify. If you want to dive deep into the understanding of why I think the way I think, stay until the end because this is going to be eye-opening. Number 1. Deliberately isolating someone from their friends and family just to have absolute control over them is evil. I don't know how someone can justify it, but in my eyes, in my opinion, this is evil. You want someone to be alone. You want to separate them from their support system. Why? Because you want to be the major influence in their life. You want them to depend on you and only you for feedback, for all the needs. You want them to depend on you financially, emotionally, physically, psychologically. You leave them no choice but to come to you and be afraid of losing you because they have only one person in life and that is you. You cut them off from their sisters, from their brothers, from their parents, from their friends, from everyone who was a potential threat to your control, from everyone who could have shown them the mirror and told them that this person is abusing you, this person is hurting you. You establish the absolute and total control over their psyche through manipulation and brainwashing and make them think that everyone is wrong, everyone wants to harm you. The only person who intends to do good to you is me, and the only person you can ever rely on, the only person who loves you is me. You cannot depend on them. They are your enemies. This is what you convince a person to believe. If that is not evil, I don't know what is. Number 2, intentionally distorting reality to have things your way at the expense of someone's sanity is evil. You clearly know deep down that things are not the way you are describing them as. You know that the person you're harming, the person you're controlling and abusing, the person that you want to have absolute hold of is right. They know right from wrong. They are saying the right thing, but because you can't look within, you can't reflect, you are projecting things on them. And not only that, to escape accountability, to escape reflecting upon things, to escape responsibility, you twist things around and make them think they are crazy. Make them think that the things they're thinking, believing and feeling are not real. They are just made up things. You make them think they have lost touch with reality. You make them think that they are insane. You make them think that their experiences they have had so far in their life were a complete waste. You make them accept that they are a complete waste. And you do not stop until they have stopped trusting their judgment, trusting themselves. Because when they stop trusting themselves, you get to have absolute control over them. Now they listen to you. Now they accept your thinking as the right thinking. They accept that the way you see things is the right way to see them. Their own way is flawed. You erase a person's identity. You completely destroy their self-concept, self-worth, and self-esteem until they are reduced to a shell of theirs. If that is not assassination of the character, of the personality, and if that does not sum up as evil, I don't know what does. Number 3, acting like a chameleon and being selective nice when it serves your purpose, withholding information from your partner, your child, to keep them in fog is evil. When it serves you, you turn into a nice person because you know if you do not act like a nice person, you are going to lose your control. You know your niceness can keep them around. Yes, you're faking it, but because it's needed in the moment, you do it. Which tells us that you know right from wrong. Why else would you be nice? Because you know you are not being nice or you're doing something wrong, which is why you have to change your behavior and act a certain way to keep this person in your life, to retain them as a source of supply. So this tells us you are intentional. You know what to do and what not to do, but you choose easy over right. By not being nice, by being an asshole, and by being completely selfish, you know your needs are met and you do not care about the other person's needs. So why be nice? You withhold information, you keep them in fog, you lie to them. You're a pathological liar. You constantly lie, knowing and seeing that your lying causes them pain, knowing that they are distraught, they are broken into a million pieces whenever they find out your lies to be lies, whenever they get to know that you have been lying to them about something very important. Whenever they find out you have been cheating on them for years and you have been keeping it hidden. Whenever they know you don't have a conscience, it's broken, you don't have a moral compass, it's not operating. Your moral code is skewed, it's distorted. It is arranged in a way that only works for you and nobody else. You do not care about right or wrong, you only care about yourself. You care about what you need and how to get it, and you would do anything. You would go to any means to attain it, even if that means to sacrifice your own child. You would do that without a second thought because it gets you what you want. If that is not evil, I don't know what is. Because stooping so low as to destroy someone, as to keep doing things that you're doing and concealing the information, changing your personality on the need basis is evil. It says how inauthentic you are and you have no integrity at all. 4. Telling lies on your partner, your child, your friend, or whosoever is your target just because they didn't comply or conform. Running massive smear campaigns to destroy their reputation is evil. You tried to have control over them, but they saw through you. They left the relationship or they chose to go no contact. Now that you can't control them anymore, at least directly, you find out people. You put your efforts and energy into finding out people who are in their circle and who you could bring to your side. If you had put the same energy into becoming a nice person, you would be at a different place. But no, you chose to spend your energy, your efforts in reaching out to these people and telling them lies about the target, telling them lies about the victim, telling them things that are not true, knowing you know deep down these are not true, but out of your pathological enemy, your vindictive nature, your punitive nature, you still indulge in all of that. Actively indulge in all of that until the victim is isolated, their reputation is gone, they have lost their job, and that is how you find your peace. How pathetic is that? If that is not evil, what is? Because these are the things an evil person would do. And you leave no stone unturned to prove you have that innate evil within yourself, within your heart. Why else would you choose darkness again and over just to destroy someone, just to get what you want? Number 5, acting cool, calm, and collected in front of others while driving the victim crazy is evil. You know how to put up a show. You know how to project an image of the sane person. You act like as if you don't know anything. You don't know why he or she is reacting that way. You want to prove to them, I am the sane person. I have not done anything wrong, because they don't see you reacting. They don't see you screaming. They don't see you hysterically crying. They don't see you yelling. They do not see you broken into pieces. What they get to see is this calm person who has got it together. You enjoy the view because you know now, in their eyes, the bad person would be this victim here who is crying, who is sobbing because they feel so much pain. They feel helpless before your abuse and they do not know what to do. You have driven them crazy to the point of giving up. They do not know how else to make sense of things, so they do not know what to say, how to say it. And you enjoy the view because you, when asked, you say, I don't know, he or she has been acting that way and this is why I wanted to run away from them. I don't know how else to deal with them. I'm just done with it. This is what I have to put up with every single day of my life. You act like the victim. You frame the whole situation. You shape the environment to make this person look like the perpetrator when you are the main aggressor. You are the real abuser, but you hide behind the facade of victim. If that is not evil, what is? Because you prey on their vulnerability. You prey on their pain, intentionally do it. You selfishly choose to act like this calm, cool, and collected person just because that serves your purpose. You want to skew and distort the reality. You want a wrong message to be sent outside to the world so that they do not point a finger at you. Instead, they point all the fingers at them. How would anything, any psychological definition, explanation justify that? in my opinion, nothing can ever justify it because I have been there personally. I know the wounds that I'm talking about. And when you are with such a person, it feels like you see the devil incarnated right in front of your eyes. Nothing else justifies why they would do such an inhuman thing. I have heard so many victims saying, no matter how hurt I would be in my life, but I would never do that. It doesn't matter the level of pain I would be struggling with, but I would never stoop so low. I would never do that to a person. And I'm sure as a person, as a victim of narcissistic abuse, you also would never do that. But they choose to do that, which tells us it's not their pain that drives them. It is their choice that they have constantly made and reinforced their behavior through their repeated choices. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. And if you found this video, this episode insightful, drop a like, share this video, and I'll talk with you in the next one. Until then, let the healing begin.